Hey, it's Rumble, and we're here with Dan from Disturbed. Thank you, brother, for making the time.
Absolutely. Good to see you.
Now, I know that you just got off an airplane.
I did.
Is that not true?
Yep.
All right. Did your daughter graduate or something?
Yeah, I just came in from Chicago. My daughter graduated from high school last night.
Oh, my God, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, awesome. I know, it hasn't hit me yet. You know, I got to let her become the butterfly.
Yes, that's exactly right. No, my daughter just got out of college and got her first grown-up job the other day.
Yeah,
so I relate on a big-time level to that.
Yeah, cool.
Plus, as a fellow Midwesterner, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Anyway, so is this, I'm told this is the first stop on this tour for you guys?
Yep, first one back.
In how long?
We did a small handful of festivals last fall.
Okay.
Maybe like four shows. So
right.
You know, we're ready to hit the ground running.
Do you get a little antsy?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this whole COVID thing that set everybody back and being home, it's like, all right, you know, I'm like sitting at home twiddling my thumbs.
I was going to ask, did you pick up any new skills in the pandemic? Learn how to cook or?
I didn't mind. You know, I thought I was going to be a good cook. I made a couple of attempts at it, but I'm much better at eating than I am cooking it. So.
There's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of us just gave up working out for the pandemic, which is not necessarily the best thing.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I crowdsourced some stuff. If I can gear myself up here, I've reached a certain age where I really can't read it without them. But I asked earlier on Twitter if there were people that had some questions for band Disturbed. Okay. So if you don't mind, I'm going to roll through a couple of these.
You got it.
This is from Jeff. He lives in Florida, and he wants to know if David's dog Lisa is still around.
No, he's not. Unfortunately, you know, even Mike.
I don't even know the story.
Yeah, I mean, Lisa died a while back. Okay. Actually, on the road. David used to take Lisa on the road with us, and before he was married, actually. So it's been quite some time, and you know, the dog got sick and had cancer on the road, and like within like a week's time of discovering it, we had to have her put down while we were in Colorado.
Sorry to hear that, but this speaks to an even bigger question. It's like, you know, you take it for granted. You go from town to town, you pony up and stuff. You might need a doctor, a dentist. This stuff's got to be hard to do when you're out of town. You know,
it's part of the challenges of being a musician on the road. I've had to take my kids when they were young on the road and hit emergency rooms with just getting sick. You know, we were in I think it was Switzerland a few years ago, and me and my daughter both got sick the same night. We were in the emergency room in the middle of the night, and you
don't speak the language.
No. And it was rough. It was hard.
You're relying on the kindness of others. Yeah. All right. Do you have a favorite venue to perform at? This is from Al. Based on the venue itself, not like I like the town, but I really like the room or the amphitheater or whatever it is.
I mean, there's so many good ones. I mean, we're lucky to have hit some pretty good milestones of some historic venues. I mean, one that stands out, you'll probably hear a lot, is, you know, Red Rocks, and Red Rocks is such a big one. So historic, and you know, last album cycle before COVID came around, us doing Madison Square Garden for the first time was obviously a big milestone.
Just hearing you say that,
I know that
makes the hair on your arm stand up, because it's one of these things. It's like a marker. Yeah,
it's the Super Bowl of venues. Yes. You know, did you dream of as a kid? You know, and we flew our kids out, flew the families out, and you know, it was just such a big emotional night. You know, just taking stage. It's besides the hair on your arm standing up. I mean, it's pretty emotional to know that we came from a garage band to headlining Madison Square Garden.
Exactly. When in this journey do you go home and tell maybe you're married, then maybe you're not, and you go, I think this is going to work. Yeah. I think we can make a living. Yeah. Is there a place?
Yeah, you know, it's funny because even when we started, when the Sickness first came out, and we were on Ozfest 2000, and you know, we still then, you know, we were just digging a hole financially because you're a new band trying to go from town to town and do what you can to, you know, to keep it going and get the name out there. So it took quite some time, and our first real gig to where we were finally not digging a hole financially was with Stone Temple Pilots. They took us out. It was called Return of the Rock Tour. It was us, Stone Temple Pilots, and Godsmack. So that was that was the turning point in our career where we're like, okay, we don't have to keep pulling money from the record label to put us out here.
Borrowing against your
right.
future.
We were finally getting to the point to where we could fund ourselves enough to not have to keep asking for money to support us.
And these bands that you're naming, Stone Temple Pilots, etc. It's like, what does that feel like when you get the phone call? It's like, you guys want to go out? Well, hell yes, we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that we were big fans of Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, still are, but
sure.
And to see them perform every night and just see what a great frontman Scott Weiland was, and how great the band was, and they just. You know, like I said, they believed in us. They seen what we were doing over the summer of 2000 and gave us a chance to be support.
But now you're the guy.
It's crazy.
You get to make the phone call or say, hey, man, I've heard good things about this band or that band. I don't even know how the process works.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nice to, climb that mountain throughout our career and be in that position where we can now be in that spot to pick those bands that we like to bring out with us.
That's pretty awesome. Dan, listen, appreciate your time. Enjoy
the
night. You take the stage in a couple of hours or so. I'll be right in the front row, brother, man.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, guys.